My name is Theo Davies. I am originally from England. I moved out to San Diego in 2009. I'm originally a filmmaker, going back to 2001, when I graduated with a degree in English film and drama from the University of Reading in the UK, and then I went to film school. Did a little bit of teaching here and there, just on and off throughout that time, and then part-time teaching more regularly in 2018, and then just in the last couple of years I've been at the San Diego School of Creative and Performing Arts, where I've been teaching on a more full-time basis, but I still write screenplays and I still make films, and I've been doing a lot of that in my kind of spare time behind the scenes when I'm not teaching. So that's kind of where I am up to this point. So what I've tried to do is take whatever I've learned in the industry over the last 20-25 years, any of the experiences I've had, any of the sort of expertise or anything I've picked up along the way, I've tried to incorporate as much of that into my teaching as possible. So whether that's directing, producing, editing, cinematography, even sound, it all comes down to just trying to incorporate a syllabus and design a syllabus where I'm taking as much of what I've learned and sharing that with students, because when I was a student, I never really had that sort of approach and experience of somebody who is or has been doing it, who could then pass on that information to me. So as well as learning sort of academic cinematic arts, I also have been incorporating a lot of the kind of hands-on experience of what it takes to make a film, whether that's producing a film from script to screen, or whether that's the role of the director, or whether that's cinematography, whatever it is, using a lot of that sort of personal experience to then pass on to students as well. So the practical filmmaking side, and me as a filmmaker, as a screenwriter, I use as much as I can when it comes to teaching. In any creative field, whether you're a filmmaker or a musician or a dancer or a writer, whatever it is that you're doing which is artistic and creative, that it always feels like you're kind of doing it for yourself a lot. You could be writing something which is, I write the story because I really want to tell this story, or I love dancing so I'm going to dance to this piece of music. It's always for yourself. You're kind of looking for ways to just express yourself creatively. That's what I think the kind of heart of what we all do this for, is just to kind of satisfy that desire to want to be creative. My kind of drive and ambition to still kind of stay creative and make films, and also pass on anything that I've learned to other people and students, really just comes down to, if my passion's still there, then I'll still want to share it. If you're a filmmaker, you'll always have story ideas that are kind of in your mind that you want to either write as a script, or you maybe bring in a writer to write so you can collaborate with them on that level. But there's always something which is, there's a fire burning in you where you have to tell a story. You think, I've got to tell this story, I can't shake it, it's in my mind. The only way of getting it out of my mind where I'm not thinking about it is to just do it and make it. As long as that's still the case, which it has been for the last 25 odd years, that will always mean that I have a drive and a passion to keep telling stories and to keep sharing any of those experiences and information, knowledge, anything I can share with students. If that fire burns out, then I might think of doing something else, but it's been there for 25 years, so my guess is it's going to be there for another 25 years. One of the reasons I chose film as my medium, or my kind of creative outlet, is really, I always enjoyed and loved movies. So when you see a movie and you think, it's not just about how emotionally you're connecting to it and how it's affecting you and impacting you. When you get to that point where you're thinking, someone has made that and they've impacted me emotionally. And whether it's being scared by a horror movie, whether it's laughing at a comedy, whether it's crying at a drama or a tearjerker of a movie, you're being moved, and you want to have that same. You want to be able to do that to other people. You want to be able to produce and create something where people are laughing with you, because you're thinking, I want to make this because it's funny, and people are laughing. You think that's very satisfying because they're doing what your intention to make that film is, kind of being satisfied by the audience response to it. So I think that emotional attachment to stories and films that stay with you was a big driving force in me thinking, I want to know how to do this so I can be someone who creates that feeling in other people.